I am back. Yes, sir. So today will be a little short live as we decided to play in the new, not new, but it's in a whole thing called Bad and Boosted. I mean, kind of the whole thing, like the bad and bougie thing. What we have here is Dracolock. We have the likes of, oh, they left. That's a comedy. But I think our probably main mon will be Choice Specs Torrent Quaxwell, which is a wild thing to say. But it has enough speed and enough specs damage to knock out most threats. We have Kilowattrel, we got the Dracolock Red Quick, which is going to be faster than anything on their team. Exadrill and Bulky Blaziken, which is surprising. And of course, Screamtail with some shenanigans. So we're going to lead off with Dracolock. Let's see. And I think they may be disconnected. So I wouldn't be surprised if, oh yeah, they have a full-on rain team. Oh yep, they joined back, which is pretty funny. So my idea is they are going to, let me see their special defense set. That is, okay, so let me do a DT on their, let me see, DT Pelipper. Let me see real quick. And of course you see it's base 70. So it has base 140 special defense. So what I'm going to do now is go for a U-turn because I'm not messing around with bad and bougie. And we're going to go into my Kilowattrel since rather than surf, it will wall out. They go knock off because we have base, we have a lot of we have a little bit of defense, and I'm a Thunderbolt since it's a 4 times weakness. If Exadrill comes in, then we can just swap out to Blaziken and start dominating through the game. But surprisingly, they have Terra. So they go that Pikachu's Lightning Rod, unfortunately, and we are faster than it guaranteed. So we can just go for a U-turn as they fake out, which is wild. So I think you are Light Ball. So I'm gonna go U-turn, doing a lot of damage, about 36%, and I'm gonna go U. Let's see you go Surf. Yeah, I kind of knew you went to go Surf, but I got an idea. Since you are slower than me. And you have no way out of this, I'm a Surf. I'm faster than you, I'm better than you, and you're going to get yourself off out. But let's see, you're going to clock out. I say the Pikachu will clock out. I see the Excadrill going down. This Pokemon is going to be absolutely A1 cinema for this entire thing. And 422 HP, I forgot. I didn't realize about if it's gonna buff HP or whatever, but some of these mons have 421 HP. This is 422, and this is 414, which is absolutely wild. So to even double the HP stat, which is wild. So we knock out the Pikachu. You're gonna have 3 more turns left of rain, which brings in the Braviary Hisui. I am guaranteed faster, most likely. Hurricane, not that much damage, even though it was a crit. And we do knock out the Braviary Hisui, which is wild. So basically now they have to do a Sableye, and of course the Quaxwell is going to do some crazy work. I might make this Pokemon my thumbnail mon. That's crazy. Quaxwell, the baby form of Quaquaval. Let's move on to another game and see what we can do from there, baby. Let's get it. Alright, we got another Pika Glazer. Of course they have my man Marshtomp. You know, get to my Marshtomp, give him my Marshy. I see Flareon, which is going to be very fast compared to the Mons. What I'm going to do now is they're going to most likely lead into Emboar or whatever comes in. So I'm going to go to my Kilowattrel. They go Mightyena. Of course, they have Intimidate. So I'm going to go U-turn to get some potential chip. Yep, they're Nasty Plot. So I do a little bit of damage. No weakness policy, fortunately. So what I'm going to do now is, since I have a little bit of HP, have a little bit of special, yeah. I usually 316 and all that stuff. I'm a Swords Dance up as I do resist this. And I'll go for a second speed boost if that's the case. The Terra Poison, Shadow Ball doing absolute no work. And their Life Orb. That's the Pichu Bros Posse special. So guaranteed I might be faster than you. So what I'm going to do now is Flare Blitz since now you goobed yourself. Oh goodness. Okay, there's Citrus. Let's see. Shadow Ball. Barely doing anything. So now, basically, we have a way of just CCing the rest of their team, and it's over. And basically, they can't do nothing. Of course, Gudras are going to be one of those mons. I'm a CC doing about 52%, which of course, they go gooey, lower down my speed. And if they go for, yep, they try that out. I don't think you can work yourself out of this one, sweetie. Let's see. Got Swords Dance up. Let's see. And I'm gonna keep going faster. I'm gonna Swords Dance up again. Let's see. You're gonna be. Let me see. You be greedy. Yeah, you be greedy. And I'm going to free Quaxwell and literally knock you out. So I'm gonna go CC real quick again. Do that, and you'll get knocked out. Gooey lowers my speed. I don't mind that. You go Surf, and that's a free swap into Dracolot. Because I know you're probably going to be the other move. So I'm going to go Draco for free. Knock you out. Amazing. Since we are stronger than Dragapult with a free Draco. You go Marshman. That is my favorite. That's my favorite line, of course. Already going to go Self Rock. The Ice Beam. Okay. So my plan is we are especially defensive. Yeah, since it's 393. I'm going to go for a Self Rock on their team because they're really weak to rocks. And they have no spinner. And what I'm going to go now, it's Quaxwell. Let's see how much damage it'll do. The Earth Power, so they are going to be some, attacker. What I'm going to do now is literally dominate the rest of the game. I'm Terra Water on Quack. They think we're going to be stronger. You don't realize. We are specs. We are stronger than you. And you're absolutely goob. We are 394. We are going to be 538, which is wild. What I need to see is how much damage. That does 45. Not bad, not bad. Do we get frozen? We do not get frozen. Every time I say, do we get frozen, it's because of the inevitable thing of Generation 1, which is very scary. Because spamming Ice Beams is one of the most dangerous gameplays you ever have to deal with. Let's see. I go for Earthquake. 35% is nice. So that's basically a AV or that. Basically, they're all attacks, not no nothing. So basically, now all I can do is Surf, and then the rest of the game's done. This is another Quaxwell game, I tell you. So basically, they have that. Quaxwell is 394. I need to check out stats real quick. Let's see. They seriously went to Pika. They literally get knocked out, which, it's like crazy. So Flareon and Emboar have the same speed. Let's see, am I faster or am I going to be slower? We're faster somehow against the Flareon. And the Emboar, which is definitely a Quaxwell sweep, baby! Oh, man. Is this the Quaxwell meta? I tell you, this is wild. Specs Quaxwell is crazy. Let's get another game up and see what we can do from there, baby. Let's get it. All right, we're here, and it seems like we got the legendary Duck. This is an original player that we faced off against earlier on. And I've got an idea versus this mon. Of course, Brave Bird's not going to do much against this Pokemon. So I got an idea against this Ariados. As you see, they're planning on going to use Sticky Web. They have a Dragoness that they're Shell Smash on this Pokemon. What I'm going to go into is Quaxwell real quick, and let's see. I remember playing against this person. I think they rose up a little bit of their rating, but I think we can still win. It's bad and boosted. Or bad and boosted. Kind of like that bad and bougie. That's what they call it back in the day. You got that. They go Ariados. I am in a flip turn as you do go for Sticky Web most likely. Yeah, you do that. I will go into you. Planning out your Sticky Web game. You go sub. I'm not surprised. I just go Earthquake, fading that out. You go Infestation. Of course, you're trying to go for some Sticky Web. No, Sticky Web. Fire Web situation. I'm going Earthquake again. Doing some more damage as they Sticky Web up. We have no Ghost type. The only way they do it is if they have the Terra type of whatever. I'm going to just go for Iron Head for free. Doing some flinching. Yep, there we go. And now I just go for a free Rapid Spin if I can. Let's see. Are you going to need Terra Ghost? Or are you just going to keep on going? Let's see what we can play. Let's see what game we can play. Let's see what game we play. And let's see. How we go. There's Infestation. So they realize they lost their webs. So webs are there. I'm going to Iron Head again. So they know I have Rapid Spin. Let's see. And they go Sticky Web again. They have no way of doing this. I'm guessing they're going to Terra Ghost, but I do not mind. That's literally their whole stick. Let's see. And each Earthquake does about Yeah, and I see that's probably one of their main things. They try doing that. So I'm an earthquake again, doing about another 23% as they sticky web. So basically they're force out. I'm guessing you have the rapid spin again. Let's see. And they literally lose in the battle attrition. Let's see. Sticky web again, doing another that. And each one loses about 8%. So basically, and rapid spin has about 64 HP, which is wild. So we're in a complete range to where we could definitely knock out the Ariados. Do they think about the whole thing? And we're gonna be going to +6 speed, which is absolutely funny. I think it'd be pretty funny when we get to +6 speed. We go fight Brava. That's amazing because we could literally just go Iron Head, Iron Head, Iron Head. And I think it's pretty hilarious. So let's go Iron Head, doing damage 40%. Amazing. And what I'm gonna do now is go Iron Head again, try to flinch it, and we do knock out the 5 Brava, which is another thing of that. The funniest thing about this whole ordeal is that we're literally just walling this entire team with Exadrill. They go protect. They thought they could do something with that. Nope, we're not doing that with you. You can go to any mon you want to. Any mon. We're faster. We're stronger. Let's see. They go Earthquake, doing about 41%. So we're just going to go for Iron Head, knocking out the Clefairy. Yep, there you go. And they get Rocky Helmet chip. And we'll get more Lefties chip, which is pretty funny. They go Cloyster. I'm going to go for Iron Head for flinch damage. Let's see. And Rock Blast. Why aren't I not Shell Smashing? I'm guessing they're afraid that I have, they cannot outrun me, which is completely fair. But I'm definitely gonna be slower because you have a shell. You have a base 70, base 140 Cloyster. Why are you trying to go for Rock Blast when you know you could probably outspeed me? Why? That's my big question. But they go Rampardos. They think they're gonna be faster, which I'm gonna absolutely decimate them with an Earthquake, unless it's bulkier than all can be. And that's probably the last line of defense before they decide to, like, you know what, that's it. And this may be a bad and boosted. We're gonna be bad and bougie. With Exadrill, we got this Mons coming in, and it's like absolutely crazy that we're dominating this entire tier with a team that was kind of getting used to earlier on today. 120 seconds left. Let's see if you're gonna stall out timer. If they do, I'll pause it. But if not, let's see what we can do from there. Let's see. And I want to let y'all know how y'all doing today. I'm fine. I'm just happy that I can get it through. And hopefully y'all doing well. As one of my big problems is my parents decided to cut off the internet at 1 a.m. No reason why. Because they thought about, everybody should be asleep at 1 a.m. Everybody should be doing this. When that's the possible problem of me dealing with that, because I was literally fighting my life with work and school and all this other stuff. So it's kind of how this thing happens. But as you see, we're going to wait up a little bit more, and I'll say my little question of the day for y'all before we pause. So my question of the day is, what is something that you struggle with the most? As you see, I'm struggling with my life and everything, but I do hope that you have something you struggle with, and how can you try to make it a positive and try to at least get something through? Like, you have ideas of how to solve it and such. But yeah, we'll be right back, as they will probably stall out time, and I'll unpause it and be back whenever they can. Right? All right, so you have the last game going on right quick. And somehow I realized they'd allow Ubers to come into the thing. I forgot to tell y'all about that. But I want to tell y'all something too. Is that what's it called? Besides the Ubers being allowed, all that stuff in, it's just gonna be wild to say. But also in this entire ordeal, you have the whole thing with Kilowatcher. We have the whole thing going to happen. But our opponent not forfeited, but they lost via forfeit because they decided to, what's it called again? They decided to just, ditch everything and just move on, which is pretty funny if you ask me. So I'm a Stealth Rock on my own. They will go Scarm, trying to predict me going to Rapid Spin, which I'm not playing around with that. I'm Heavy Duty Boots on Kilowattrel. Let's see, and let's spike up. So, nice. So I'm going to go for a Thunderbolt as they go Clodsire. Not surprised. And they're a stall team, which is crazy. I should have had knockoff, but I'm just happy with this either way. 1, 2, and I see this as a stall team. As you see, this is going to be the last game, hopefully, because, like I said, timers happen and stuff like that. They go over Scarm. Let's see, we get Rapid Spin, right? Rocky Helmet. Yeah, I predicted that. They have Rocky Helmet. And we do get rid of all of the hazards that's on their team. So I'm going to go into my Quaxwell real quick, as I bet that they're either unaware or water absorb, and they have their Quaxwell on their own, which is crazy. This is definitely something that I think that's something that probably something Joey would use for a video. Let's see. It's probably something that Joey would use, but let's see. Spikes up. I know this is the type of style that Joey does. So I'm going to go for Surf and Terra Water as they go Clodsire. Are you going to be able to beat this? Are you Water Absorb? Yep, you are. So good news is we could literally just set up on this Pokemon. Bad news is we're literally going to get goobed. So yeah, Stealth Rock, Earthquake, let's see, and the Earthquake, yep. So my plan is to wish up once and then literally bulk up the rest of the way. Yep, and let's see. Are you gonna go to the Stealth Rock? Let's see. And just bulk up once and literally just let him pray. So they're basically Stealth Rock, Earthquake that. I'm a Psychic Fangs for damage. Let's see. Let's see how this goes. We are double stab. They go Scarm. Let's see. Stealth Rock hit. They're Rocky Helmet, obviously. Doing 21%, even though it's a crit, which is sad. But this gives me ideas. This is very fortunate that we do have this idea of Exadrill. Let's see. And do I throw? They did not throw. Nice. So what I could do now is go for a Rapid Spin, as they are going to be... I forgot they're faster. Bruh. I'm going to go Dracolock real quick. I am going to go for a Flamethrower. Let's see. You know what? I got an idea. Shadow Ball, Shadow Ball, Shadow Ball. Their entire team will get pressed. Let's see. Press. Let's see if we go for Iron Press or whatever. They have no Rapid Spin except for Quaxwell, which is probably their fast mon, but let's see. It's just Shadow Ball. Yeah, this definitely is going to be something crazy. So I'm going to go Shadow Ball again, doing 20% again to drop the special attack. They Toxic, which I do not mind. As you go to Quaxwell, we are definitely faster than the Quaxwell because it's 394 speed versus my 499. So, and all we could try to do is pray because this is probably going to be something crazy. So, yeah, so, how are we going to do this one? I got an idea. Let's see. I got an idea, but they're Roost. They have the Toxic Poison. I do not mind. Just going for more Shadow Balls for pressure. They flip turn. They're more defensive Quaxwell, looks like. They go Clodsire. The last move's probably recover, most likely. Let's see. Yeah, so literally their last move's recover. And now I got an idea with Blaziken. 1, 2. I can Sword Dance up. Let's see. And do I get Earthquake KO'd? 43% chance to get knocked out. Let's see how we're going to do this. Well, not really, but look at that right there. Citrus Berry. Do that speed boost. And now we're going to be bad and bougie and go for Flare Blitz and almost knock out the Claude, which is wild. And look at that right there. We get a free move in Air Slash real quick. Let's get the flinch chance on the Clodsire real quick. And that's sad. We lost the game, and I think that we have stalled out. We got stalled out by this mon, which is wild. We tear it too early. It's kind of my fault on that. I swear this game hates me. Let's see. I'm literally going to be like, are you serious, my brother? Yeah, so you wish up. Let's see damage. And how I put it, I got stalled out by Clodsire and Scarm, which is pretty a depressing way of saying going out. So I'm going to do this. I got wish up for the first one. I am in a Thunderbolt as they go Claw. Let's see. And I'm going to Brave Bird. Let's see. That's about 37% as they will probably go Toxic. Yep. I'm gonna go this. Bop. That's within 38. Let's see. Recover. Yep, I do lose the game. But yeah, let's get one more game in. Because I'm like, oh, that's maybe the last game, right? Ha. You know, nah, not really. So let's see how we're gonna do this. Yeah, so how we're gonna do this. That's crazy. Let's see how we're gonna do this. Go Scarm, that's fine. We're definitely gonna get Rocky Helmet Chip, right? Nah. So what I'm gonna do now is Brave Bird in case they swap to Claude, like I thought. Yep, we get predicted. Doing that damage. And let's see you go Scarm and I go Thunderbolt real quick. And look at that game. Look at the game I'm playing. It's game over for you. Uh-oh. And then let's go Brave Bird. In case you go Claude, like I thought, look at Reed. Look at Reed I did. And goodbye, Claude Sire. And that's going to knock me out, but I do not care. This Pokemon has been a pain in my... And I do not care. You go Koraidon. Let's see. Or Cock and Pulse. Of course, the spikes and that. So, basically, I'm probably goobed. But I do not care. We do have CC against me. That's a KO. And then finally, we got Screamtail versus the World, which is not a very good thing as you get Hazard chip down and get knocked out. That's GG's. And let's move on to the final game and see what we can do from there, baby. Let's get it. All right, we got the finale to this whole ordeal, and I decided to bring in a special little friend. We call it Deoxys. So I'm going to lead up Deoxys. We're not going to do rocks. We're going to do some shenanigans. We're going to just go for Deoxys because that's our lead. And we're going to absolutely obliterate the entire thing, which would be funny. Of course, this is bulkier than the likes of Deoxys attack. But it's pretty funny because it's base 100 attack, 800 HP, 100 whatever, and it's all whatever is 150. So you do this, they go Salazzle. I'm not surprised about that. What I'm going to do is Psychic up because you're 366 versus my 438. Yep, there you go. Now that's definitely max special defense. So I'm going to go to Ho-Oh real quick since you have lefties. Let's see, and you spike up, of course. And I'm a Will-O-Wisp. Whatever comes in, they say. Of course, and I will go into a Brave Bird. Whatever happens, they say. Oh, shit, I forgot about Terra. Let's see. Is it Terra banned? Yeah. I'll get another game. You know what? I'll get another game because I'm being silly. Forgot about Terra on my Legends. But yeah. Yeah, my goofy little self got myself too close to the sun. I mean, of course, I got too goofy with it. Let's see. I'm going to go to you. Let's see, they go sub. So they're sub, toxic, and protect. Okay. I know you're corrosion, so I'm gonna Psychic Fangs up. Let's see, and you go poison. Yeah, there's no reason to go for corrosion when I had that. Yeah, you do that. And I will go back to Ho-Oh in case you do go into back to your Skarmory. Let's see how we're gonna do this real quick. But yeah, that's crazy. We're definitely gonna get cooked by this team. Man, it's wild. But yeah, let's see. There's Ho-Oh. There's the Exegil real quick, and we realize we are regen. I'm gonna go with you. I'm gonna Sacred Fire, but let's change up the team a bit because I haven't fully did it since last night. Let's see. Little spoilies. I'm gonna do this. Ho-Oh gets Terra Fairy. Not water. Fairy. This is Terra Water. And then Deoxys will get Terra. Psychic's fine. As you see, it goes Salazzle, it gets Sacred Fire, and it's basically almost max defense, which is wild. So let me see this. I'm going back to Screamtail. Let's see what you go into. Go back Fire Lash. Okay, so they have attack boost. Yeah, so what I'm gonna do is Wish Up. Let's see, and it's Protect. Yep, we do that, and I bulk up. Bulk up would be my move. Even though I'm slower, I mean, this is probably better off than anything. But let's see how we're going to do this. It's nerve-wracking, but I see a way of doing this. But I see the Screamtail is going to bulk up. We're going to increase our defenses and literally get half our health back. They're Fire Lash, Sub, Toxic. So yeah, this is definitely a max attack type deal. So there's Bulk Up, let's see, and Wish Protect. Yeah, there's Wish, and you get a little bit of Poison. Amazing. So I'm gonna go into my Ho-Oh real quick, as they do go to their move. Let's see, and the Iron Head. Nice. So what I'm gonna do now is, in case he swaps to Salazzle, I'm a Brave Bird. Yeah, there we go. Even at 27%, I don't mind that. So I'm gonna go for a swap into my. I need to go swap to Koraidon real quick, as they do go for. You know what? I'm gonna go Deoxys. Screw that. Let's see Deoxys real quick. Their Fire Lash. I wouldn't mind that. Their Fire Lash doing barely anything because Deoxys is very bulky now. I'm gonna go for you. I'm gonna Nasty Plot up. Amazing. So now they're about 726. I'm an Ice Beam doing potential damage. Let's see. Let's see how bulky you are. My Mon is bulky, and that's where it's like, oh yeah, I didn't know this Pokemon's bulkier now. And it's crazy. This entire meta is just bulk the meta. There's Spike, and see, there's more Lefties recovery. I'm just go for another Ice Beam. It's crazy. So there's that. They freeze, no freeze, and they do give her more body presses. So basically, we're actively pressuring out their Mons. Let's go for this in case you go another body press and they roost. Amazing. So I'm gonna go Ice Beam again. Doing damage is crazy. So to do more potential damage. And I'm gonna go Ice Beam real quick. Let's see. And there is no freeze, but we do get a chance to almost KO the Mon. So I'm gonna go Quaxwell real quick. Do I get the potential comeback? Do I get a no potential comeback? I see no Mons who definitely get KO'd by this. So I'm gonna go for Surf. Whatever happens, happens, they say. But that's crazy. If I just go for Terra Water Surf or Terra Water Hydro Pump, it'll be crazy. But yeah, let's see how we're gonna. Yeah, let's see how we're gonna do this. Yeah, so how we're gonna do this? They go Surf to knock out the beautiful Skarmory, which is spiked up and caked up, they say. And let's see who else they're gonna bring out now, because I know Fluttermane has basically base 110 in defense, attack, and then of course HP, which is wild. So they have Crawdaunt. This is better, especially this may be better, especially defensively. But I'm gonna go Scream Tail real quick, because in case they do go for the shenanigans, let's see. They go Dragon Dance, which is very scary. I know you're gonna knock off, but yeah, I knew this was gonna happen. But we do get rid of our lefties, so we are gonna have to deal with that Mon. So I'm gonna go into Koraidon real quick. We're Orcock and Pulse, and we weaken up their Dark and whatever moves. I am gonna go for a Scale Shot real quick because they are guaranteed faster, and I do not want to play around with that type of stuff. So let's see. Let's see. I know they're going to be faster, most likely, which is wild, but yeah. How we're going to do this? Yeah, there's the thing. It'll be bulky enough for certain things. So Terra Water, they go knock off. You realize you lost your adaptability boost, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We got our thing in spirit, baby. So there we go. I'm gonna go another Scale Shot in case I'm faster. Let's see if we're faster. They realized they lost the adaptability boost, which is wild. Yeah, it's crazy. And this is not even 3 times. It's, I think, 2 point whatever times. I forgot what Joey said, but they happened on Porygon Z, which is wild. But yeah. It is definitely wild. It is definitely wild. I tell you that one. It's not even that gone. Let's see how we're gonna do this. Oh, Scale Shot miss, and they go CC. That's wild. That's wild. So they have CC. They have that stuff. When I'm gonna go U, I'm gonna go my treads. Let's see, and we are lefties. I'm gonna Terra Ground since I have nothing else really to do, and I'm gonna have to Rapid Spin. That's the only way to do it. But I think they're gonna go for Crab Hammer in close combat, which is not really their smartest decision, as I Rapid Spin doing a lot of damage to them, and I got rid of their spikes, which is a waste for their Scarm. And now they have to face off against I have to face off against Luna, face off against Fluttermane, which they don't even know I have knockoff or Iron Head or Heavy Slam, which they go ahead Moonblast, knock me out. 2 turns left. I'm gonna go Ho-Oh because that's probably my best move. And when we do Sacred Fire, whatever happens, happens, they say. And I literally just almost burst them. And now I'm just gonna go do this in case they protect or to go sub. And now they're literally gonna get bad and boosted with my Quaxwell. Let's see. Let's see. They go sub. They Fire Lash. So they're trying to drop my defense. They're trying to see if they could beat me out in certain ways. I'm gonna Surf to knock you out as you do try to protect. You should have Toxic on the turn, but you probably were scared that you wouldn't have that switch. So I'm gonna Surf and knock you out or get you down to any type of health. Your Fluttermane's gonna go down. Your Luna's gonna go down. They go Excadrill, which is probably their not the smartest decision. Because I'm guaranteed faster than you. That's basically 88 speed, so and you cannot be bad and boosted with that one. You go knock out the Excadrill. They do not know the power of specs. They go photosynthesis speed. Let's see, I go Ho-Oh again. Calm Mind. I will go for a Sacred Fire. Whatever happens, happens with damage. So I know this is definitely going to be a devastating Pokemon. So go Shadow Ball, doing that much damage. I'm going to Sacred Fire. Let's see, and let's go Sacred Fire again. I'm going to keep on doing this. I mean, we're probably gooped anyway, but there you go. Yeah, that's how it is. We gooped in the first match, but yeah, if we do get out of the hell with this mon, let's see. We do not get out the hell. Oh no, we do not get out the hell. That's GG's. We definitely gooped around. Oh, never mind. Oh, never mind. We lost. I thought, oh, never mind. But nah, it is what it is. We got the special jack drop, and if they decide to talk their trash, I mean, they deserve it. Little Ursaluna Blood Moon, which is surprising, and we do get 95%. So basically, if it was a roll to KO and everything, I think I would have won the game. But you know that's how that goes. We're gonna play one more game to change up our Terra Caps and everything, and hopefully have some fun with the Ubers. We'll be right back. Got this guy named GG Mikey. Seems like they have Weasel. This is a mono water team. I wouldn't mind showing off the goods and see, because I mean, I don't think they have Rain Dance unless it's like on Weasel. But I'm gonna lead Deoxys again, like I thought. We go Samurai. This is not Hisui, which I don't know why. I mean, they probably bring in some worse stats. But I'm gonna Nasty Plot up. Let's see damage, knockoff. Give me my Sash, which is crazy that I even have the damage power for that. I'm a Psychic, doing that much damage. They Serve, trying to knock me out, but nope, nothing. Is it Aqua Jet trying to knock me out? Yeah, this is definitely something I had the damage potential. But it is what it is with Deoxys. I'm going to go my Koraidon. You're going to not do much against your stuff. You have knockoff, Aqua Jet. I'm going to do this as you knock off my thing. You don't realize, but I have this move. I have these things. I'm Terra Fighting. I don't know why I'm Terra Fighting, but I should have had Terra... What I should have had was Terra Fire, which is probably my bad. But as you probably see from there, I'm going to see if they can go Azu. Which no, Azu currently cannot have huge power unless it's kind of one of their strange quirks that, oh yeah, this guy has huge power though. And it does 94% against the Azu, and they have Citrus, so they tried Belly Drum, but they play rough. They thought of the idea of Belly Drum, which is wild. I'm going to go to my Ho-Oh real quick, and as you see, we're going to potentially go for a thing where we try to clean up with Ho-Oh. I'm going to Terra Fairy, I'm going to go for Brave Bird. Let's see if you're going to go for Aqua Jet. Yep. Kind of predicted that, so that's why I did what I did. Knock out the Azu. You know, Basculin. I know I'm going to go to Sacred Fire to burn you as a Rain Dance. Yep, that's going to get you damage. Let's see, no burn. I'm going to go Scream Tail real quick. As you are bulky, you go Flip Turn. Oh my god, that's like damage on damage, they say. Let's see. Are you going to go Weasel? Yep, you do that. I think you're going to go for attacking moves. I'm thinking you're special. Yep, Wave Crash doing that much damage. Already an embarrassing showing. And you know what? I'm gonna go Ho real quick. And whatever happens, happens. They say wave crash. Oh my god! My goodness. Is this a crash out worthy type of performance? I think so. As you see, they will this is probably CB. Whatever happens, happens. Yeah. They're banned. So look at that right there. They're not banned like that, but like choice banned. So there goes Psyduck. I'm gonna just go sack off the Iron Treads real quick. Let's see. And a Hydro Pump doing that much damage. So we have a chance if it specs. We have a chance if it specs. So what I'm gonna do now is go into this Hydro Pump damage as they go for that. And let's see if we can finish off. Oh, this maybe I don't think it's a comeback, but don't make it a comeback, they say. I'm gonna Hydro Pump again and a Aqua Jet. So let's get one more game in. And let's see what we can do from there against this crazy rain team. So we'll be right back. This is our ultimate finale versus the Cloyster, versus the Sinistra, versus the Ape, versus the Blaziken. I think I should save Deoxys because they don't have really any hazard setter. I mean, I don't know Cloyster is a hazard setter, but I don't think they have that. What I'm going to lead up into now is going to go into Ho-Oh. No, Ho-Oh. I'm going to go to Screamtail real quick as, nah. I think Treads would be my best move. Nah. I think this Mon will be my best move. Do I think... What is my best move, though? I'm going to Ho-Oh. You know what? Ho-Oh is my best move because Ho-Oh is going to be a way to beat out most of these Mons. Ho-Oh destroys the scene. We can lead it. And they try to play with Cloyster. We do that. So I'm going to go to Iron Treads in case they go Sableye. Let's see. And a Thunder Wave. Amazing. So do get rid of the... We got the immunity for Prankster Thunder Wave. Let's see. Do that. They Drain Punch doing some damage. But I'm going to knock off on you because you're not going to do much on that. And you're going to get KO'd. Let's see. Knock off. This was about base 100 speed. As their Big Root. Why are you Big Root? I guess this is low ladder. Trying to be low ladder tech, I guess. We're going to Earthquake doing damage. Doing about 56%. Of course. And I know maybe farming on the low ladder. But I'm just trying to learn how to get the game done. Look at that right there. Doing 62% on that. And they're not getting powered up by that stuff. So get rid of your Big Root. You can recover. You try doing some damage. 54%. And you're basically just going to keep on getting damage off. And knock out the Sableye we do. And we got rid of their Prankster Mon. So this Cloyster, I am going to go for a Rapid Spin. Oh no, I can't do that. I'm going to go U. And if they do go for Shell Smash, I have a Shell Smashing weight. If they're sub, what are they doing? There's Faded on that. We are definitely going to be stronger. We have some Spadef, which is amazing, but I'm just going to see if they're going to be special attacking or whatever. They Shell Smash, which is not really their best decision. They should have done that and then sub. But look at that right there. We do almost KO them. And do I want to go for Terra Water and sweep up the rest of their team? No. We are guaranteed to be slower. We're going to be guaranteed slower than them. They go Terra Water and they go Waterfall. Okay. So this gives me an idea. I'm going to go Orichalcum Pulse on this Mon. So they're sub, Shell Smash. And what I'm going to do now is whatever happens, happens. Let's see. Are we going to get KO'd by... Let me see. With Waterfall. Let me see. Icicle Spear. Let's see. It does about one hit KO. What I mean, think about it right now. 192 to 228. So I'm going to lead up to Screamtail. Let's see what move they're going to go into. Let's see. Attack boosting. 1, 2. We know all of its moves now. 3, 4, 5. That's why I wanted to do this check just in case because they did not want my Koraidon. So basically, they get walled by the likes of my Quaxwell, which is amazing. I'm going to go Ho-Oh real quick. As the only real move they have is Waterfall, and they can just Will-O-Wisp for free. As you see, we're going to Will-O-Wisp and get damage off. But I think the rest of their team is probably cooked, honestly. Waterfall doing 63 as we Will-O-Wisp. Amazing. So they cannot no longer do as much damage. And what it can do now is recover. Recover my positioning. And basically, they cannot do nothing with Will-O-Wisp. And of course, they're going to get themselves down. And we're breaking down this team. 1, 2. Yeah, it's not going to do much. 3, 4, 5. And basically, they just barely survive, which is amazing. and pretty funny, to be honest with you. And just go for recovery again, as it just go for another spear, because that'd be more damage than trying to go for sun reducing burned waterfall with Terra Water, which I don't get. As you see, we are going to recover up again. Let's see, they go waterfall for damage and to do 60%, of course, but we do get a regen thing. I got a regen opportunity, and I got an idea real quick. I'm going to swap out, boom, and Orca compulses back as the Icicle Spear to... This is why I burned them in the first place, so they don't have themselves out like this. And as you see, 5 times, and they get knocked out. Sure, it was a slower process with that, but I'm happy that they're down over trying to get themselves out. Let's see. I know you're going to protect, so I'm going to do this. Unless you really are playing like whatever. Yeah, you're playing like whatever. Yeah, you're playing like whatever. I should have scale shotted, but I mean, bygones can be bygones. I have psychic, I have superpower, I have certain moves that can knock out some of these teams. Yeah, they protect. They're trying to be faster. They're trying. I should have went for this, but yeah, no, I got red like a book. But let's see where they go out to. I think they'll flare blitz. Yep, they do that, and they get a little bit of recoil. But let's see. I'm gonna go Deoxys real quick. I know it cannot be faster, but I know you're strong. I'm gonna go Psychic unless you go Hoopa, and I can swap out to Ho-Oh real quick for the Hoopa. But let's see if they're gonna play Greedy. Let's see you play Greedy, and you know what? Yeah, Psychic's my best move, and whatever happens, happens. They say. Plus, if they do get hit by Psychic, and then they get hit by the Sash, then basically I have a chance to get myself more hits on them afterwards. Yeah, there's critical hit Sash, like I thought. They do the burn, fortunately, and Psychic's gonna knock them out. Amazing. So we do sack the Deoxys, but this is the best move. As we do have that down, I'm gonna go Ho-Oh real quick in case they go Finish Out, but they go Annihilate. Nice. So I'm gonna go do is recover, as I know they're gonna be either bulk up or, I mean, they can't really bulk. I mean, they can't really do anything unless they're Stone Edge, which is amazing. And look at that right there. So we have this damage down. I am going to recover up some health. Let's see. And I think the rest of the game is going to be down. Well, I can't really go down like that. I'm going to recover. Let's see. They Rage Fist. They can't do much on that front. They have a little bit of damage, but yeah. Recovering is nice. I'm going to Will-O-Wisp real quick as they Rage Fist again. And they just can't do none. Let's see if you're Lum. You're not Lum, which is amazing. I just recover again as you Rage Fist. Yep, you do that. There you go. More burn chips happening. I am going to go for a... I'm just going to go for a Wisp again in case you do this. Yep, you do that. I'm just going to see in case, you know, you'll be in range. So, let me see. DT Annihilate real quick. Yeah, so basically their only real thing is special attack. So we can just keep on recovering, keep on doing this. We go Hoopa, which is amazing because that's another threat we need to get burned. Amazing. And what I'm going to do now is go for Sacred Fire in case they do try to not swap. And that's the scary part for them, is because they know they're weaker on the defensive side. They have a lot of HP. They have a lot of things going on. But that's why I did DT on that, so... Oh, they're Nasty Plot. Nice. So we go Sacred Fire for a lot of damage. Do some burn chip. Let's see. And we're guaranteed to be faster. So what I'm going to do now is we do knock out the Ape. We do knock out the Sinister with Air Slash. This is my last real Mon I could do with Flying Step. So I'm going to go Sacred Fire on Terra Fairy. Let's see. Dark Pulse. Barely doing any damage now. We're going to Sacred Fire to knock it out. And there it is. There's Salac Berry, which is going to knock them out, unfortunately, because of the burn. They go Finish Shot. Why are you doing this? Because I can literally just knock you out on a whim. Let's see, and bop. And that's about enough bolt. And you just go for another one. As you do Machagacha, let's see how much damage. Not much. Not much, really. I just go for Sacred Fire. Let's see. And a burn. Amazing. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to just do this. Sacrifice the Hoa if I can. Which we will not sacrifice. And pray don't miss. Amazing. And I think we can finish off the game with Quaxwell. And I think that might be video. So go Annihilate. I see that myself. I'm going to go Brave Bird real quick. for this bad and boosted. They go gunk shot. I don't mind because guess what? I have you and you not doing any damage. I am gonna hydro pump real quick. Let you do gunk shot, barely doing anything. And that's how you end games with Quaxwell, baby. I know this mon is not really my best mon, but at least we got this down. We got the Pokemon out of the way. And guess what? We're having a lot of fun with this Pokemon. So I'm in it off right here. Quaxwell the GOAT. Not Quaquaval, Quaxwell. Because it has max special attack and all that stuff. So who cares about it being a physical attacker? Y'all stay safe, y'all. I hope you have an amazing rest of y'all's day. And Bandito out.